we've had at the desk, mate, I think that the BT50 XTR is going to suit the needs of you and your family. Now, Mazda have been building quality cars for over 95 years, and the BT50 is absolutely no exception. One thing you can be assured of, every time you see a Mazda logo, badge, on a showroom floor, it's been through rigorous testing to make sure that it's not only safe, but it's going to be reliable, and it's going to be a durable vehicle. Because it's your opposite on wheels, mate, you want to make sure that you're stepping into something reliable. And seeing as you've just come out of a Ford Ranger, there's actually not a lot of difference between the platform, the BT50 and the Ranger, so it's not going to be too unfamiliar for you at all. So XTR comes with automatic headlights and automatic wipers, so you don't have to think while you're driving it. As soon as it gets dark, the lights will turn on. As soon as it senses a bit of rain, the wipers will come on, which is really, really handy.
Can I turn that feature off if I want to?
Absolutely you can, so you can control it yourself if you need to. And fog lights are standard on this option. I know you do a bit of off-roading, and for those foggy highway drives, to get to some of those destinations, it just illuminates that road up a little bit more.
Yep.
Under the bonnet's where the car does a lot of its talking. So we'll lift that. Underneath the bonnet, you've got a 3.2 litre common rail diesel engine. And the beauty of the Mazda diesel engine is that it's a 5-cylinder, which offers better engine harmonics. Each piston fires off individually, you don't have to worry about diesel lag, so it's got plenty of power. 147 kilowatts and 470 newton metres of torque. And it's easy as to maintain. With Mazda Service Select, you can predetermine all your servicing costs. They're either 10,000 Ks or 12 months for your service intervals, whichever comes first. We've got a really good service lounge where you can shoot, grab a coffee, or we can send you out another BT50 to get your jobs done. But on safety is obviously paramount when it comes to Mazda, and they do extensive research and development to make sure they build safer cars. Because safety is obviously going to be important to you, isn't it?
Yep, my wife will be driving it, kids will be learning to drive soon as well, so.
Exactly right, well there you go, you've got to make sure it's safe, and especially what happened to the last one.
Yeah. You
want to make sure that you are. So, in under the bonnet, there's crumple zones throughout, and what they're designed to do is absorb pressure. So, in the event of a front-end collision, the engine's actually designed to come off its mounts, end up 500 metres down the road, and not end up in the cabin with you. So imagine that bay without an engine in it, it's pretty big, isn't it?
Yep.
So there's lots of room to crumple around there, you don't get cabin intrusion, which is great. We make our way around the side of the vehicle. So you've got 17-inch alloy wheels, which look great, don't they?
They are good.
All-terrain tyres,
yep.
So all-terrain tyres, so not only will the car take you anywhere you need to get, so will the wheels. Make our way into the passenger side. You and I both know that the captain's chair's in the passenger side. We think that it's in the driver's side, but we're both wrong, aren't we?
Yeah. So
you've got a side step standard with this option, so you can get up in there nice and easy.
Okay.
Yeah, plant your bum in there and make sure that you're comfortable, because you're going to know your wife better than I will. She'll be comfortable in there, won't she? Things that she'll love. Dual zone climate control. I think that's a marriage saver, because you don't have to fight over who's hot and who's cold all the time. I reckon it's a great feature. We all run at different temperatures, don't we? They tend to run a little bit hotter than we do.
Four-wheel drive gear stick.
So no, you've got a little knob, and the great thing with that, and the great thing about that is that you can flick from 2 high to 4 high. At 150 kilometres an hour, you don't have to pull over. So if it looks like you hit some gravel road, you can flick it straight over and not have to worry about it, which is great.
About 4 low.
4 low, pull over, put it in park, put it in 4 low, and away you go. So if you're on the boat ramp or anything like that, stick over in 4 low, which out there nice and easy.
Yep.
And extremely safe. They're built around a really hard steel chassis, little as well points as possible. It's like a roll cage on steroids. It's great. You've got 6 airbags throughout.
Yep. So
come around the back, mate. One thing I love about Mazda is you don't have to pay any extra for the paint that you love, and with paint that looks so good, you want to make sure you protect it, wouldn't you?
As I said before, I am a stone mason, so there's a good chance I'll probably take this tub off and put the grey on it.
Okay.
But the rest of the paintwork is I sort of let the car be, so.
Yep. Well, I'll introduce you to Kiara later on. She's part of our pre-delivery team, so she can show you a few different options there. Rear step on the back. I know you're probably going to take this off and put a flat tray on there, so I won't go into too much about the tray. But reversing camera standard with this option.
Yep.
What I love about the reversing camera, it's got a little centre line that lines directly up to the tow ball.
Yep.
I know the boss thinks she's really good at getting the trailer on the tow ball right, but we both know that that's wrong. It never usually happens. So it's good that you've got the reassurance that you can line yourself up without having to worry about it. And the beauty of these is they've got a 950 kilo payload.
Yep.
So pretty much anything you throw into it, it'll pull. 3.5 tonne towing capacity, and that's automatic and manual, so you don't have to worry about restricting yourself there.
Yep.
Come around the back. Unfortunately, kids don't get any smaller. I don't reckon yours will be an exception to the rule,
No.
being 15 and 17. So make sure you're comfortable in the back. Now, I'll set myself up in here.
You've got short legs, don't you?
I've got short little stumpy legs, so how about I do this? You've got big legs.
Lots.
You've got plenty of room, don't you? One thing I love about the rear seating in BT, if you jump out for a sec, is that they're very practical, very versatile. So you can actually fold the rear seats up, so if you and the missus want to get away for a trip, you can stick whatever you want in the back. So you can fold the seats up, you've got plenty of storage and space there. You can throw a few cans in there for the road trip, mate.
Yep.
There's little, put some ice in there, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
And we'll give you ice now if it melts.
Mate, screw it out, should be right. But mate, I'll put you in what you think is the captain's chair,
Jump in.
and we'll set you up so that you're nice and comfortable. So, extremely versatile in the seating, you can pump yourself up, put yourself down, all those sorts of things. Steering wheel's adjustable as well, how do you feel there?
It's not too bad.
You pretty comfortable?
Yep.
Alright, I'll come around the other side and I'll go through a few different things with you. They're comfortable, aren't they?
Now, good.
Yeah, and it's not going to be too foreign to what your Ranger was because they're based off of the same sort of setup. So a lot of the things that you'll see in here are going to be very familiar for you, aren't they?
Very similar.
One thing that they've changed is they've incorporated in the Alpine system, which has satellite navigation built in. And one thing I love about the satellite navigation in these, they've got the FEMA maps, so you can take yourself off road,
Yep.
and you won't get lost while you're doing it because it'll bring you back to the highway.
Touch screen.
Touchscreen display, absolutely. Bluetooth built into it,
Yep.
so the missus will love that. She can blast some Shania Twain down the east coast. But all of your 4x4 options as well. So you've got your downhill assist, which will help you creep down hills if you've got a big load on the back, especially if you're a stonemason, you're going to have a lot of probably heavy rocks in the back there, aren't you?
Yeah.
All your tools, all of those sorts of things. Rear diff lock, which will get you up over the ridges. No worries at all, so it locks the wheels up in the back. Traction control, which you probably never turn off unless you get bogged. Lets the wheels spin. But what questions have you got for me, mate?
Accessories for this vehicle.
Yes? Selection.
Okay.
So what sort of accessories are you thinking?
Being with the trade I've got, I do the ladder racks on.
Yep.
Carry my ladders.
Yep, absolutely.
Maybe probably a bull bar and some roof racks.
Yep, all the options are available, so you can do those.
Yep.
And it'll top them off just as well, won't it?
And just one more question in regards to the service that you mentioned at the front there. Is that the cap price?
That's not a cap price. What happens is you've got a service A and a service B price,
Yep.
and they rotate. But the beauty of Mazda is you can look all of your servicing costs up online. So if you're stuck up in, I don't know, Wollongong, and you need to get your car serviced, you can predetermine your service cost before you get to the dealership.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But I mean, I can sit here and talk all day about the features of the car. What I might do is introduce you to our business manager. Emma, have you got a copy of your licence on you? Alright, well I'll let the car do a lot of the talking. It's a beautiful day outside, and she can run some finance repayments while we're at it. No worries.